name is Dana, and welcome to practice. So anytime you embark in a new adventure or anything physical, it's always a good idea to check with your healthcare practitioner. Finding yourself in that comfortable seated position. Palms can be up in that gesture of receiving. Palms can be down, keeping your energy to yourself. Allow your eyes to be soft or closed. Breathing in and out through your nose, shoulders down and back, spine nice and long. Feel the coolness of your breath as you inhale. Feel the warmth of your breath as you exhale. Letting go of that which you no longer need. Letting go of judgment. Letting go of competition. Letting go of the past, the anticipation of the future, and just focus in the moment. Knowing that everything you truly need is right here on your mat. Honoring the body that you brought with you today. Know the difference between pain and sensation. If something hurts, make a change. And bringing movement to our practice. Allowing our chin to come down to our chest. Feeling the lengthening on the back of our neck. And on your next inhale, allow your head to come slowly back to center and take your head up towards the sky. Not all the way back, just a nice lengthening in your neck. On your exhale, bring your head back to center. Allow your ear to float to your shoulder, keeping your shoulders down and back. And then bring that shoulder up to your ear like you're a nutcracker. Maybe feeling a sensation on the opposite side of your neck. And then bringing your shoulder down, bringing your head back up. Allow your other ear to float to your shoulder. Allow your face to relax, the hinge of your jaw to unleash. Bring your shoulder up to your ear. And then bringing the shoulder back down. Bringing the head slowly back up. Taking your head and turning it. And back to center. Turning it the other way. And back to center. Taking your hands, lacing your fingers together, pressing your palms away. Twist one side. Don't hold your breath just because you got there. Come back to center. Extend your arms overhead. Bend your arms at the elbows. Bring the backs of your hands to the top of your head. Extend your arms back up towards the sky. Bring your arms back to center and then twist the other way. And back to center. Release your fingers. Bring your palms together at your heart center. Bring your elbows to wrist height. Point your fingers away. And back up. Point your fingers towards yourself. And back up. Leaving your shoulders as forward as you can. Just allow your elbows to shift to the side. Cultivating that attitude of gratitude that you took time out of your day to practice yoga. Knowing that yoga is not perfect, that's why we call it practice. Bringing your hands back to center, allowing your elbows to just float the other way. Bringing your arms back to center. Bring the fingertips of your one palm to the mat. Bring your other arm up and over. And notice how we're going up and over, not reaching across for the Coca-Cola bottle, but up and over. And then bring it back to center and allow the fingertips of the other hand to come to the mat. And if anything that I say you don't want to do, just don't do it. Know the difference between pain and sensation. If this hurts, just don't do it. And then come back to center. On your inhale, allow your arms to come up and overhead. As you exhale, allow your arms to come back to your heart center. One more time, a nice big inhale. And exhale. Hands to your heart center. Coming to our hands and our knees, knowing that if you have issues with your knees or your wrists, you can always take your mat. You can roll your mat. You could get an extra mat. You could get your towel, your blanket, anything that you need. Let space come between your fingers and your middle finger be at 12 o'clock. Check to see if your joints are stacked, that your shoulders over your wrists, your hips are over your knees. If it works, allow the tops of your feet to be on the mat. And then a few rounds of our cat-cow. So allowing and coming from our tabletop pose, allowing our chin to tuck in, our tailbone to tuck under, arching our spine. Then coming to that flat, almost sway back. Allowing the crown of our head to come up, our heart to shine forward. So one breath, one movement at your own pace. We may not be in sync. And the next time that you find yourself in a flat back, let's go ahead and stop. Let's take that right leg behind us, tuck our toes under and press back with that heel. Feeling the lengthening on the back of our leg, the bottom of our foot. And then take the right leg, allow it to cross over the left. If it would feel good, put a bend in your right knee. Take your gaze over your left shoulder, look at your right foot. Notice if you feel that lengthening from your ankle to your hip, from your hip to your neck. The thought comes into your mind or a worry, acknowledge that sometimes we do worry and just let that thought float away. Like a cloud on a breezy morning. Coming back to all fours. Extend your left leg behind you. Tuck your toes under, press back, feeling that lengthening on the back of the left leg, bottom of that left foot. If it doesn't work to tuck your toes under, just bend your toes flat. And then take your left leg, allow it to cross over the right. Bend the left knee if that would feel good. Take your gaze over your right shoulder, look at your left foot. Nice lengthening from the ankle to the hip, from the hip to the neck. Coming back to all fours, let's come into our child pose with a big wide knee. So big toes together, knees wide apart. Let your hips sink down onto your heels. Your arms can stretch out in front if that works. Your arms can come behind you if that's better. You could stack your fists, place your forehead on your fists. You could use your block, place your forehead on your block. Just whatever's going to work best for your body today. Maybe feeling a nice lengthening in your spine. Notice what it feels like to breathe like this. And then coming back up to all fours. Check to make sure that your joints are stacked. Let's thread the needle with that right arm. Just take that right arm, slide it through the space between your left wrist and your left knee. Allow your right shoulder to come to the mat, your right temple. If this doesn't work, an option could be to place your head on the block, especially if your shoulder won't come to the mat. This is an awkward pose. It's meant to be awkward. So make sure that you breathe. That left hand you can leave right on your mat, or you can slide it long. You need a nice lengthening on your side body. Or you can bring the back of your left hand to the waist of your pants. Just whatever feels best. Finding the sweetness of the pose that works for you today. Wherever your left hand is, let's bring the palm of the left hand back to the mat. Come back to all fours. And let's just thread the needle with the left knee. back to all fours. Allow yourself to sit down on the mat, and let's lie down on our back. Now's a good time to make sure that you've got your block or your strap nearby. Allowing the soles of your feet to be on the mat. Your feet about hip width apart. Palms can rest wherever it feels best. Arms can be out. Palms up, arms out. Doing a few pelvic tilts. Just allow the small of your back to come down to the mat. And then arch the small of your back like it's a train tunnel. So again, it's one movement, it's one breath, it's at your own pace. Next time you find the small of your back on the mat, let's stop. Walk your feet mat width apart. So maybe your toes are off the mat, your heels are on. Allow both legs to float to the right. If you would like an added sensation in the front of that left thigh, take that right ankle, hook it on that left knee. But it's a yogi's choice. You do what works best for your body today. Your right ankle's on your knee, release that. Let the soles of your feet come back to the mat. Allow both legs to just float to the left. Again, if you'd like that added sensation on the front of that right thigh, take your left ankle, hook it on that right knee. That ought to do it. It may feel good on one side, maybe not so good on the other. If your ankle's hooked on your knee, release that. Allow the soles of your feet to come back to the mat. Walk your feet so that they're hip width apart. Allow your right ankle to come to your left thigh, not up on your knee, but near your knee. Flex that right ankle. That's going to put flexion. It's going to activate the calf muscle to help support the joint of the right knee. Take your block in your right hand if that works and gently press mid-thigh right leg. This is going to put traction in that right hip. You probably won't feel a thing. Release the block. Stay like this, being mindful to keep that ankle flexed, or let that left leg stay bent. Let it float to the left. Sole of the right foot comes to the floor. The left leg, the knee comes to the floor. The right knee's up. Take your block in your left hand. Gently press mid-thigh, right leg. Continuing to breathe in and out through your nose. Feel the coolness of your breath as you inhale. Feel the warmth of your breath as you exhale. Release the block. Allow the sole of the left foot to come back to the mat. Stay like this, being mindful to keep that right ankle flexed, or bring your left knee into your chest. Lace your fingers either over your shin, or bring your left knee to your chest. Lace your fingers behind your left thigh. Knee can be bent or straight. Extension of the leg is just to keep the hips on the mat. And then release your hands. Allow the sole of the left foot to come to the mat. Sole of the right foot to come to the mat. Take your left ankle to your right thigh. Flex your ankle. Take your block in your left hand. Gently press mid-thigh, right leg. Left knee. Traction in that left hip probably won't feel a thing. Release the block. Stay like this, or keep the right leg bent. Let it float to the right. It comes to the floor. Left foot comes to the floor. Left knee's up. Take your block in your right hand. Gently press mid-thigh, left leg, opening up that left hip. Releasing the block, placing the block to the side. Allow the sole of the right foot to come back to the mat. Stay like this. Be mindful to keep the left ankle flexed. Or bring your right knee into your chest. Either lace your fingers fingers over your shin or under your thigh. If you choose under your thigh, extend that right leg. Doesn't matter if the knee's bent or straight. Extension of the leg is just to keep the hips on the mat. This is all about the outside of that left thigh. So if it's too much, just don't do it. Release your hands, allow the sole of the right foot to come to the mat, sole of the left foot to come to the mat. Extend the right leg and lace your fingers behind your right thigh. And press your hands into your leg into your hands for a little bit of that dynamic resistance. Just because the hamstrings are tight, it doesn't necessarily mean they're strong. Allow your glutes to relax, your hips to sink into the back. And then release your hands and take your strap. Place the strap on the sole of the right foot. At the base of the toes on the ball of the foot, be mindful that it's not on the arch of the foot. When we stand, the majority of our weight is on the arch of our foot, so place it at the base of the toes. Place both straps in the right hand and allow the right leg to just float slowly to the right. We float slow so that our nervous system doesn't engage, so that our body doesn't think that we're falling. Maybe getting a nice lengthening on the inside of that right thigh. Bring that right leg back to center. If you've had your right hip replaced, leave your leg like this or allow the sole of the right foot to come back to the mat. If not, place both straps in the left hand, extend the left leg. Allow the right leg to cross over the left. This is a great back twist. Back twists are good because they help release tension we hold in our back. If you'd like a bit of a cervical twist here, I invite you to extend that right arm out to the side, shoulder height. Palm can be up or down. And then take your gaze over that right shoulder. Bring that right leg back to center, release the strap, place the strap to the side, sole of the right foot back to the mat, extend the left leg up. Knee can be bent or straight. Lace your fingers behind your thigh and press your hands into your leg into your hand. And then release your hands and take your strap. Place your strap on the base of the toes, the ball of the left foot. Place both straps in the left hand. Slowly allow the left leg to float to the left. Know that it doesn't matter how far over it goes. And then engage your abdominal muscles by allowing your navel to float back to your spine and bring your left leg back to center. If your left hip's been replaced, stay like this or allow the sole of the left foot to come to the mat. Otherwise, place both straps in the right hand, extend the right leg, allow the left leg to cross over the right. Again, if you like that cervical twist, you could do that as an option, or allow your arm to be wherever it wants, but be mindful to keep that left shoulder on the mat. That's going to help open your chest, it's going to open your heart. Just find the sweetness of the pose that's going to work best for your body today. And then bring your left leg back to center. Release your strap, place the strap to the side, bring the sole of the left foot to the mat, sole of the right foot to the mat. Allow your feet to walk about mat width apart, and just allow your legs to float from side to side. Doesn't matter how fast, it doesn't matter how far. Next time you find the soles of your feet on the mat, let's go ahead and stop. Walk your feet so that they are hip width apart. Take your block and come into your supported bridge with the block. So knowing that a block has three different heights. It's got a low, wide side, it's got a long, medium side, it's got a short, super yogi side. Place the weight of your body in the soles of your feet. Lift your hips. Once your hips are lifted, don't turn your head. Leave your neck in a neutral alignment. And take your block and place it underneath your sacrum. Your sacrum is the flattest part of your back. It's just above the crack of your buttocks. Allow your hips to sink into the mat, into the block. Allow your shoulders to sink into the mat. And just allow the weight of the world to come off of your back. On your next inhale, really fill your belly with air. And as you exhale, just sigh it out. So big inhale through your nose. If it works, allow your legs to extend up towards the sky. Knees can be bent or straight. You can take them up one leg at a time. If you get your legs up here, you don't like them up here for any reason, always feel free to bring your feet back to the mat and come off of your block. Adjust the height of your block. If your legs are extended, let's just take those ankles and point and flex those ankles. Now sometimes we creak and we crack. And then let's stop the flexion. Without moving the ankles, take your toes. Put space between those toes. Bring your toes back together. Bend your toes away from your nose. You may feel this on the top of your foot. Extend your toes straight. Bend your toes up towards your nose, leaving your ankles alone. Bring your toes back to neutral alignment. And if it works, allow your legs to separate. Make the letter V for vegetables. You could take the palms of your hands, place them on your inner thighs for an added sensation. You could take the palms of your hands, place them on your outer thighs for support. Or just allow your arms to rest wherever it feels best. Continuing to breathe in and out through your nose. Feel that coolness of your breath as it goes through your nose into your sinuses, down your throat into your lungs. And if it works, allow the soles of your feet to come together for a reclined bound angle on the block. You could take your hands and reach for your shins or your ankles if you'd like. Totally a yogi's choice. Release your hands, bring your knees to your chest, and then allow the soles of your feet to come back to the mat. If you'd like, bring that right knee into your chest. Let it just sink into your torso. Place your fingers over your shin. Extend that left leg long. Just slide it down the mat. Flex the ankle. That's going to bring a slight bend in that left knee so you don't hyperextend that knee. Then take your right ankle. Make circles. Wiggle your toes. And then change direction. Release your hands, allow the sole of the right foot to come to the mat. Bring your left knee into your chest, place your fingers over your shin. Let your thighs sink into your torso. Extend that right leg long if it works. Just slide it down. Flex that right ankle. Heel on the mat, toes to the sky. Take that left ankle, make circles if it works. Wiggle your toes. And then change direction. And then stop the circles. Release your hands. Let the sole of the left foot come to the mat. If you'd like, extend that left leg long. So now both legs are extended. Both ankles are flexed. If this is too much of an arch for your spine, just don't do it. Bring the soles of your feet back to the mat. And bring the soles of your feet back to the mat. See if you can walk your feet a little bit closer to your block. It doesn't matter if you do or not. Place the weight of your body in the soles of your feet. Lift your hips. Remove your block. Place the block to the side. Place your arms down by your side, palms on the mat. Take that right shoulder, tuck it in. Take that left shoulder, tuck it in. Take your fingers and lace them underneath your buttocks, your spine, your hips. It's going to depend on how long your arms are, how long your spine is. And you know if you don't like this, just don't do it. And then release your hands. Allow your spine to come back to the mat, one vertebrae at a time, ever so slow. We have nothing to do, and there's nowhere to go. Once your sacrum gets down, relax your glutes. Release that right shoulder. Release that left shoulder. Allow the soles of your feet to come together again for reclined bound angle. If you like the palms of your hands on your inner thighs, place them there. This is allowing both your sacrum and your spine to realign after having been up on the block. And then extend your legs long. Take your ankles out to the corners of the mat and allow your ankles to just wobble back and forth, allowing your femurs to reset after having been up on the block. Stopping the wobble. Allow your legs to come back to neutral alignment. Allow your arms to come overhead. So overhead may mean that your hands rest on the floor above your head. Overhead may mean that your arms are up towards the sky. It's just going to depend on what your shoulders will allow your body to do. Bend your elbows, reach for opposite wrists or elbows, and come into banana pose to the left. Just lift your torso, move it to the left, just far enough to get a nice lengthening on the right side of the torso. Take your left leg to the left, take your right leg to the left if you'd like. Take your right ankle, hook it on the left. It's just for added sensation. It's a yogi's choice. Notice if you don't feel that same lengthening from your ankle to your hip, from your hip to your neck that we had earlier. And then if your ankles are crossed, release your ankles, let your legs come to neutral alignment. Allow your spine to come to neutral alignment, and then banana pose to the right. Eyes can be soft or closed. Just imagine that you're at the beach. If your legs are crossed, uncross your legs. Bring your legs to neutral alignment. Bring your torso back to neutral alignment. Release your arms. Let your legs be in neutral alignment with your hips. Flex your ankles. And just imagine that your feet are windshield wipers, allowing them to float back and forth. Stopping the flexion or the rotation or the swing, take your block, place it underneath your head. Be mindful that the block is under your head and not underneath your neck. Soles of your feet can be on the mat or your legs can be extended long, whatever works best. Eyes soft or closed. On your next exhale or inhale, whatever's going to feel best, just allow your head to float to one side. Inhale, allowing it to come back to center. Exhaling, allowing it to float to the other side. So again, one breath, one movement at your own pace. Next time that your head has been to the left and back to center, let's go ahead and stop. Don't rush. When you find yourself there is when it's meant to be. And then coming into our pose for final relaxation. You may want to stay just like this. Maybe turn onto your side. Extend your legs. Put the block under your hips. Just whatever's going to work best for your body today. Eyes can be soft or closed. The thought comes into your head, acknowledge that you think, and just let it float away, like a cloud, on a breezy afternoon. And without moving, bring your attention to your left big toe, second toe, third toe, your left fourth toe, fifth toe. Bring all of your attention to your right big toe. Sole, your second toe, your right third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, the soles of your feet, the heel of your left foot, heel of your right foot, the tops of your feet. Bring your attention to your ankles, the actions that your ankles make. Your left calf, left shin, right calf, right shin. The fronts of your knees, the backs of your knees, your thighs, both of your hips. Become aware of both of your legs. Allow the weight of your legs to just sink into the mat. And know that your legs are relaxed from the tips of your toes to the tops of your hips. Without movement, becoming aware of all of your fingers, the different lengths of your fingers and the spaces between your fingers. Bring your attention to the palms of your hands, the backs of your hands, your wrists, the actions that your wrists make. Your left forearm, elbow, upper arm, your left shoulder, collarbone, your right forearm, elbow, your right upper arm, shoulder, right armpit, right collarbone. That notch between your collarbones. And know that your arms are relaxed from the tips of your fingers to the tops of your shoulders. Without movement, bring your attention to the back of your neck, your throat, your jaw, chin, the muscles inside your mouth. Bring your attention to your lower lip, your upper lip, both lips together. The tip of your nose, the bridge of your nose, your left earlobe, your right earlobe, both of your cheekbones, your temples, your left eye, eyelashes, your eyelid, your right eye, eyelashes, your eyelid. Becoming aware of your eyebrows and any lines in your forehead, just allow them to be erased. Know that your body's relaxed from the tips of your toes to the top of your head. Your fingers, your toes, maybe a yawn, maybe a stretch. Maybe you'd like to turn to your right side. Use your bicep as a pillow for your head. Catch just a couple more breaths of relaxation. You could bring your knees to your chest, rock from side to side, just whatever's going to work best for you today. And then ever so slowly, allow yourself once again to come back to that comfortable seated position. Taking your hands together at your heart center. Leaving your wrists together. Open your fingers. Open your palms and look into your hands. And maybe set an intention if you'd like today. An intention can be a one word. It could just be gratitude. I am grateful. Peace. I am at peace. I am peaceful. Kindness. I am kind. Whatever your intention is, I am health. I am healthy. Say that to yourself. Allow your arms to extend up towards the sky. Give that to the universe. Bring your hands back to your heart center. Taking your hands to your forehead for right thought, to your lips for right speech, and back to your heart center for right intent. May there be peace in the world, and may there be peace in your heart, and may your heart be filled with love. May it be filled with patience, gratitude, hope, and curiosity. May your practice have a positive rippling effect throughout your day. Thank you so much for allowing me to practice with you. It has has been my honor. Namaste.